Let Meghan Markle use the title Her Royal Highness. HRH 0207 862 2222. Tell us what you think. So she sparked some controversy here because her friend shared this photo of a food hamper with a note signed, you can see, HRH, the Duchess of Sussex. And actually, it's not just signed. It's not a slip of the pen. You can see that's a printed card. So she's obviously sent off for some. When she and Harry stepped down as senior royals, it was agreed they would no longer use those titles. But obviously there's no law to stop anybody calling themselves anything, really. And there were no documents they signed to agree not to use them. The Queen never formally stripped them because that might have looked a bit mean. According to the Sussex's spokesperson, the couple don't use the HRH titles for commercial purposes, but they've obviously started using, well, it's more than using it. It's not just a pen.
No.
It's printed notepaper. That's different for you, Carole.
I think it's actually quite pathetic. Her and Harry gave their word that they wouldn't use that. But for me, that's not the most important thing. For me, there's why does this woman who knows she's not supposed to use this title, why does she need to use it? Okay, is she so dense that she thinks her friends and associates in America don't know about this agreement that was made with the Queen? Of course.
Well, they probably don't. Why would they?
No, I'm sure they absolutely will. It was reported widely at the time. It was an agreement made in 2020 and it was widely reported. But doesn't she know, and them knowing that, doesn't she know how silly and desperate this makes her look? Because her colleagues know she's just using this as an affectation to make her look more relevant and important than she actually is. And what's going on inside her head that she needs to do that she needs to think that she's Her Royal Highness? She is not. She decided...
She's married to Diana's son.
No, doesn't
and
make
that
her
makes
Her Royal
you
Highness.
royal.
No, she opted out. That title is reserved for working royals, and she opted out of that quite clearly.
What about Andrew? Is he still HRH?
Well, he's not a working royal, so he shouldn't.
I think he has been stripped.
So he shouldn't be.
Wasn't that reinstated?
Well, I don't. I'm just trying to. I'm working out if Andrew's got it, then she should have it.
But I think the problem, no, because Andrew's not going to use it he's not going to monetize it for commercial purposes. She has, and she will. And
I think Andrew's been stripped of it, actually.
Yeah. And the thing is, at the time, Charles Charles and the Queen were asked if they wanted to strip them of their Duke and Duchess titles, and Charles thought it would be a bit spiteful and didn't pursue it because it takes an act of Parliament to do that. So Charles didn't do it. But I'm wondering if since then he thinks he should have, because this couple have tried to trash the family, they've tried to destroy the family, destroy the reputation.
I don't know. Listen, let's get an elephant on. Do you agree or not?
It's a hamper, Jeremy. It's some jam.
You don't mind it?
I think.
It's not about the jam, it's about the
jam.
card.
I think she's put a note on some jam. She's clearly taking the mick. She's playing up to this persona. I don't think this is an official document. She's not requested for anything.
Well, she's had it printed, so she's at some point...
She's had it printed in the same way that you might print a card. I might call myself that. No, come on. This isn't.
Do you have cards printed with cards for yourself if you're giving your own to give it around businesses to people and stuff? Do you have jokes printed on them? Do you take the mick out of yourself on your business cards?
It depends. Am I writing in a CV or am I making a hamper of strawberry jam?
So an example might be. We talked about this the other day. My old university, Durham University, gave me a doctorate. So I can now, if there's a medical emergency, I will be the first to attend.
You're operating.
So obviously it's very much an honorary thing, okay? And I didn't earn it, and it's just because I love that university. Now, I did apply for one credit card as Dr. Vine because I just thought I was quite excited. I have been unable to use it because I just feel it's not.
It's silly.
It's not.
It's an affectation.
I don't feel good. Shouldn't she feel like that about HRH?
Absolutely not.
Shouldn't she feel this isn't me? Not only did I leave, but I insulted them on the way out.
Absolutely not. Okay, so first of all, I think it's a cute little thing between her and her friends.
Oh,
and
please.
I think it's cute and I think it's lovely.
It's so naive.
I can't say this anymore. It's on a packet of jam. And I don't think that we should take it as serious as that. I don't think this is a stab in the heart of the royal family as it's been made out to be.
No, it's not.
It's by no means frivolous at the most.
I'll play a little bit of tape of Meghan talking to a podcaster about how hard she works. Have a listen.
I need to work because it fills my cup. Also, we need to work for practical reasons. You need to work. Pay your bills. You need to work. But it fuels me in such a huge way.
Your eyes sparkle when you're talking about creating and watching other people create, like at the Broadway show.
Yeah, I love it.
So the podcaster there who had a voice I did not expect.
Fawning.
It sounded like she'd been on helium.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Cosmetics.
She's the one who got sent the note.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're putting the story
Can we
together.
also say
Between
about that as well?
friends.
About that when she was talking about how hard she works. And I mean, she doesn't work that hard. She gets.
Well, she's talking about why she needs to work.
No. But the rest, because I watched it all, and she was talking on there how she has to. You have a whole team to put this show together, right? A team of very incredible, clever, hard-working people. Meghan, the way Meghan was talking, she does all of that Netflix show on her own. She said, I edit the scripts, I put the scripts together, I'm up at midnight doing... No, you're not, love.
Yeah.
The team does that. not you.
Hang on, let's go to Pat in Ayrshire. Hello, Pat.
So how does Carole know that she doesn't do that? I mean, is she there and she knows this?
Know how it works,
the thing
Pat.
But the thing is, they retained their HRH because Harry is a born royal.
Yes.
She hasn't used it for commercial
Yes.
and to make money off of, which they promised the Queen they wouldn't, and they haven't. So what's your problem?
So they broke... the problem is she's broken her promise.
Carole, if Meghan just wrote Meghan, you'd complain about it.
Oh, I see. So you're not really making a point about Meghan, you're making a point about me. The point is
No, I'm just
she has
pointing
broken
out.
a promise that she made to the Queen not to use it. That's the point.
Yeah,
and various people have said the Queen would be offended.
They promised not to use it to make money off of.
Okay,
and
good
they
point.
haven't.
Yes.
Good
So
point.
why
haven't
is she
done
using
that.
it, do you think?
Well, that's not the question.
Because
Yeah, but
that's her title.
Sorry? But it is not
That's
her
her
title.
title.
She promised
Yes,
not
it
to
is.
use the title. And
No,
she is using it because she
they
wants
promised
people...
not to use the HRH to make money.
She wants people-
isn't using
Yeah.
it to make money.
She wants people to be
That's the point.
reverential towards
Pat, let me
her.
ask you a slightly different question. Is it not weird to attack the royal family on the way out and accuse them of racism and then use the title
Exactly.
in an honorary way like this?
She didn't accuse the family
did.
of racism.
She did.
Harry
She did.
said Harry said one person said something.
Well, because
She
he didn't
didn't
say who
accuse
it
the whole
was.
royal family. She said him and Harry said it was one person. That isn't the whole royal family.
Well,
if I accused you
association.
of something, that doesn't mean... Yeah, but that doesn't mean all your family are
If
the
you
same,
say
does
someone
it?
in the studio made a racist remark, that implies that all of us were involved in it because we must have heard it, and
I
also
don't know
one
about
of us
that.
may have been the person. Anyway, Pat, listen, it's great to talk. Thank you, Jean in Kent. Hello.
Hello, Jeremy.
Maybe there's too much fuss about this, Jean. It's only 3 letters.
I don't care. She's no right to use it at all. She's had the audacity to use it and printed it all out.
Yeah.
No, they both turned their back on this country. The King Charles hasn't even met his grandson at all. So why should she have HRH? I think it's disgusting. It really is. And I don't see why she should have all this publicity. They left this country because they were followed by the press. What's happened now? She's always on the press. It's always on our news. And now she's using HRH. I think it's completely disgusting.
What about
And
the
listen
idea
to
that
Carole.
if Harry...
Listen
you
to
can't...
Carole.
Yeah, but well, I've listened to her a lot. Yeah, I mean, not you know,
Too much, he thinks.
No, about the right amount, I would say. But Jean, Harry has royal blood because
Yes,
he's
of course he
Diana's
does.
son. Okay, we can't de-prince him. As long as he's a prince, he's a royal highness in my book.
That doesn't give her any
She's married to
right
him.
She's not.
to use HRS.
She's married to
If
him.
you're
HRH.
talking about blood and you're saying that's his blood right,
Yes.
birthright, it is not hers. She doesn't inherit that by
I
marriage.
think you sort of do.
She doesn't.
I think you share the blood of your spouse.
No, you don't. I think what this is about is her ego. I think she has the
That guy
most
beside
monumental
Harry there.
ego.
Sorry, what the heck is going on there?
Okay, let's look at that then. Let's look at
Sorry,
that instead.
I got distracted by
This is about her ego
Her
and
ego.
about how she
Nelifer,
wants
are we
people
being
to
unfair?
bow down
Yes,
to
and I'll tell you what, she's going to love this. Good for you, Meghan. Her last batch of lifestyle branded things as ever sold out in 45
Yeah, but you know
minutes
why.
flat.
And you know
And
the story
this is
behind
why
that.
she loves
You
it.
know they only released a very small amount online
She's
so
loving
that they
it.
would
This is
sell
great
out.
PR for her. She
This
doesn't
will
care.
fail. This will fail like all her ventures have failed.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Royal Chronicles. OK, let's dive into the latest royal uproar. And yes, grab your tea, because it's another Meghan and Harry bashing circus, and we're here to set the record straight. So apparently, Meghan Sussex sent a lovely little hamper of food to a friend and included a note signed HRH the Duchess of Sussex. Well, you'd think she unleashed a constitutional crisis the way the critics are melting down. We've got commentators shrieking, "How dare she use HRH?" They're acting like Meghan printed the title across the moon or slapped it on a billboard in Times Square. Let's be clear, it was a card on a jar of jam. Jam. We are literally talking about breakfast condiments here, not a hostile takeover of Buckingham Palace. And here's the kicker. The critics are conveniently forgetting that Meghan and Harry voluntarily stepped back from royal duties. The Queen never formally stripped them of the HRH style, probably because, guess what, the late Queen had grace. And maybe she realised there are bigger things in the world to worry about than what's printed on someone's notepaper. But no, here come the commentators huffing and puffing on daytime TV saying Meghan must be desperate for relevance. Really? Meghan, who has a global platform, Netflix deals, Archewell Foundation projects and 2 adorable kids, is supposedly desperate over stationery? Please? These critics need to sit down and have some of that jam. Maybe the sugar rush will help calm them down. And then there's the pearl clutching over Meghan talking about her work ethic. Oh, she says she edits scripts and works at midnight. Listen, these people act like Meghan claimed she's running NASA. She's a creator, a producer, and yes, sometimes that involves gasp working late. The last time some of these commentators pulled a late night, it was probably to binge-watch the very Netflix shows they're now complaining about. Oh, and let's not miss the double standard here. Prince Andrew still technically has HRH, but somehow Meghan sending jam with a cute note is the outrage of the year. Please. I need a crown just for surviving the hypocrisy. Here's the bottom line. Meghan Sussex and Prince Harry are living their lives, doing good in the world, raising their family, and occasionally sending some jam to friends. Meanwhile, the press acts like it's a constitutional emergency. If you ask me, Meghan should start signing everything Queen of Kindness just to watch the haters' heads explode. So, to all the Meghan and Harry fans out there, keep supporting this couple who have consistently shown grace under fire. And to the critics, maybe next time worry less about a printed card and more about your own energy bills. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and if you love what we do here at the Royal Chronicles, please consider sending a super thanks. It helps us keep bringing you the truth with a side of humour. Until next time, stay fabulous and remember, no one panics over jam like the British tabloids.